Hello, everyone. Hello. I thought I would just do kind of well, it's midweek, but it's Thursday. Happy Halloween. I'm doing this quickly because I don't know. It just kind of felt like I needed to talk about this a little bit. Um, I have been using my energy planner just to kind of revisit from my co-plan with me. I released on Sunday. I got my voting done. And actually got to cancel an appointment that I was putting off. It said, what could safely wait until later? And I'm like, yeah, I can do it next week. I got a text message reminder of it. Then I immediately just called the number in the reminder and was like, handled it within 30 seconds or a minute. So sometimes when we make those things really big, they end up being smaller. And of course, they were like, hey, do you want to reschedule that? And I'm like, I'm going to have to call you back and then just leave it at that. Right? Because I'm switching to a new dentist. And that's all anyone needs to know or worry about. So yeah, but this isn't quite, I didn't want to just talk about that. I'm kind of looking at like, oh, what other things? Oh, I did get some ice cream for this weekend. Oh yeah, and we got that too. So, that's what I do. I just kind of keep checking in. This will be nice when this is all in one planner. My twines and paper. A5 will come probably December. I wish I could just hop into the B6 now. I'm probably going to share that with somebody, sell it. I don't know. I'll do something with it. And if for any reason that the A5s have something wrong with them or they can't be sent, I can use it in my B6 here. What I really wanted to talk about was I sometimes share this kind of personal information and sometimes not. If you have been with me the last couple of years, you will have known that there was a point in time where my husband was part of the Disney layoffs, and that was June of 23. So, yeah, I mean, it's a while back. We were thrilled when he got the job, and then, yeah, they had those rounds of layoffs. And then it took him a while to find something else, and so he got hired by Sony this last spring, and then was just part of their company was laid off because a game didn't do so well. You can kind of look it up and probably figure out what happened there if you are a gamer of any sort. So what I wanted to talk about more was like planning around big changes like that. I don't have like a lot of answers in terms of health coverage or healthcare or anything like that. But we have gone through this a few times. And so the process of this will be they cover you for a certain amount of time. Usually it's not that long. And then you go on Cobra and then you can still use benefits that way. And it's hard to kind of think about that because I just got, thankfully though, I got like 2 doses of my meds in last month. I got 2 infusions. I have one this month. Sorry, I'm thinking it's November already. It will be in 12 short hours because it's noon now. But so I'll have those taken care of, and then my next one isn't till January. And so in his line of work in games and the entertainment industry, it can take a while for a lot of interviews and things, even if you can hop on the interviews. So we know we're looking at, January, February at the very soonest. And I know we also are in a very privileged position as well, because we do have savings, and whenever you're kind of let go, you do get a lump sum. So it is very concerning though, when you have chronic health conditions that cost a lot. And, I remember for the last bit of this, waking up every morning going, no job yet, no job yet. And I mean, this isn't entirely unexpected. This has kind of been going on behind the scenes. My last video, I actually is when I found out because I was in the middle of recording. And what video was that? Oh, that was my November when I was putting these layouts together. And I knew he was going into a meeting, and we knew we were going to expect some news. And so I got that whole text. I did edit that part out. Just because I paused for a while just to like kind of absorb it, and then just kept moving on because again, we kind of expected it. But yeah, it's like looking at November and the holidays a little different. We do know people who were let off like the week before, like a lot of the holidays in December last year, like at least they didn't wait until then. So, yeah, I just wanted to say it can be really hard and can really derail and preoccupy your mind. And, but I also, so I want to acknowledge like, hey, we have those feelings of like, not having that solid foundation under us at times, or you may be somebody who lives that way all the time because you don't know how your health insurance is going to be, or having to not see the doctor, having to, put off medications, having to deal with a lot of that. So, and we're looking at selection on Tuesday. Like there's a lot of stresses going on right now, and I feel, pretty positive about things. I did last time. It was hard to get through, but we got through it. And so ultimately for my husband, he got something even better than he did. And I'm looking at that this time as well. It's a lot of times it's who you know in the industry and how you can try to find inroads in certain companies. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know with the Disney layoff, he felt a little bit more isolated because he was remote, and so it was only a tiny little pocket here in Seattle that Disney was in, and now they've expanded. But with this last job at Sony, it was an actual office. He got to see people. And I kept saying, go see them in person, go see them, because the face-to-face is so important. But yet he would mask up every time, right? Like he was very careful, and we mask up wherever we can go as well. And some of the people who, like, it was the whole company. So a lot of people are like, look, I have my significant others on the meds. Like they mentioned like meds that I was on too, and like how expensive this is, and how it can be really hard to navigate this. But I guess I just wanted to share, if I seem a little stressed in the next couple months, I didn't really share that, I think, off the bat last time, but I did share after a while, like, hey, my husband's looking for a job, kind of a thing. I had a lot less followers at that point, honestly. So welcome. If this is like one of the first times you're hearing from me, I will just kind of probably now and then just be like, oh, he has an exciting interview, because I do write those on my schedules. So you might see that happening. For the most part, I feel better this time just because of all of the connections he's made. I think that's what makes me feel really good. I'm trying to think why else I feel better about it this time. It's been a short amount of time, so we weren't able to like build up our savings as much as last time. But we also have family, so I'm very privileged in that sense. Like we have support. We have support. So please, absolutely do not worry about what we're going through. But I mainly want to talk about it just in the fact of how that can add to all the other stresses of chronic illness and neurodivergency of sometimes I get stuck in ruminating and like, oh no, what's going to happen here? But no, like, sometimes we need to ask for help. Sometimes we need to do what we don't want to do, work jobs we don't want to do until we can find something. My husband's always been super resourceful about that. That is the number one thing. He is amazing. And I won't go into background details, but I know he has, like, he will do what he needs to do. And he doesn't have this, like, I don't think too many people have this of like, no, that's beneath me. I would never do that. And we're also lucky that we've kept our expenses really low. Like there's been opportunities for us to do things, like buy a new car or something because our cars are pretty old. We have an '08, and it's something that we wanted to upgrade, but we definitely held off because we didn't know how this situation would be. Like when he got the job in spring, I was just like, well, let's give it a year. Like, let's get a solid year under us because of that situation of being let go from the previous place. And now, because we didn't know what would happen with this game. And obviously we played it smart. So, yeah, I just find it really, I guess I'm really proud too that we didn't like do anything that would really put us in danger of anything, moving or doing anything like that. We just feel really solid where we're at. So that's all. I want to share just some personal things. Every now and then, that's what the diaries are about. Just kind of checking in and kind of giving my read on the mood of what I'm going through. It is Halloween tonight. We are having one of my son's friends over and, we're going to make spaghetti tonight. So, yeah, I think that's it. I've just been kind of, I did want to show this. If you guys saw how many dots I had left over from my plan with me, you'll see here, I just decided to like make a little pattern there. I like it. I don't have my health planner in front of me, but it had the cauldron with some of those dots coming out. And now I feel like this is kind of a continuation. If I had a cauldron, I would put it right there. But I hope everyone has a safe Halloween and a good start to November. And yeah, this is just kind of my mid check-in here. I want to film for my Sanctuary Paper Co. Actually start filming each of my inserts. What I'm going to do, just if you're curious, each insert I do, no matter what the size, I'm going to do like a little instructional video. And I'm going to thank people who have purchased because I've loved seeing them kind of shown off. I think honestly, it brought me to tears to see people using them. So thank you. But it does help to have kind of like, here's how to use it. Here are a couple examples. And I know that can really help. I love examples. And so I want to show no matter what size you get, just how to use it. And so there's just going to be like one video for the matrix and one video for the energy planner right now. And then I'll have like one video for the cycles one that's coming up later. But I got to get those filmed. I got to put those on the other channel and then insert them into the store. So I got things to focus on. So yeah, if you want to continue the story, if you want to hear more, consider subscribing and consider liking this on the way out. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.